The 27 Club is one of the most intriguing and haunting aspects of modern celebrity culture. The phenomenon refers to a group of prominent musicians, artists, and actors who have died at the age of 27, often under tragic and mysterious circumstances. The idea of the 27 Club has evolved into a widely recognized and unsettling trope in the world of music, where the untimely deaths of these iconic figures are seen as a strange coincidence or a pattern. This article delves into the stories of the members of the 27 Club, exploring the impact of their deaths, the theories surrounding their untimely demises, and the cultural significance of the club itself. Origins of the 27 Club. Term 27 Club was coined after the deaths of several high-profile musicians in the 1960s and 1970s, but it wasn't until years later that the phenomenon was widely recognized and became a cultural touchstone. The idea that some people, especially those in the public eye, seem to die prematurely at the age of 27 struck a chord with many, particularly given the early and tragic deaths of famous rock stars during this period. The modern conception of the 27 Club is usually traced back to the tragic passing of legendary musicians like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Jim Morrison, who all died at the age of 27 in the late 1960s and early 1970s. The combination of the widespread media coverage of their deaths and the notoriety of their music created a lasting association between artistic brilliance and early death. However, it is important to note that these deaths were not the first to catch the attention of the public. There had been other notable figures in history who died at a young age, but it was the string of musical stars dying at 27 that began to create an eerie sense of repetition and coincidence. Notable members of the 27 Club. 27 Club is made up of musicians, artists, and celebrities whose lives were cut short at the same age. Though the concept of the club was popularized by the aforementioned rock stars of the 1960s and 1970s, the list of names is much longer and includes several contemporary figures. Let's explore the lives and legacies of the most notable members. Brian Jones, 1942 to 1969. The Rolling Stones founding member and multi-instrumentalist Brian Jones is often considered one of the first prominent members of the 27 Club. Jones was a skilled musician, contributing to some of the band's most iconic early work. However, his career was marked by excessive substance abuse, erratic behavior, and growing tension within the band. On July 3, 1969, Brian Jones was found dead in his swimming pool at the age of 27. His death was ruled as accidental drowning, but conspiracy theories and speculation continue to surround the circumstances. Many believe that Jones' death may have been more sinister, involving foul play or the influence of drugs, given the context of his troubled life. Jimi Hendrix, 1942 to 1970. Jimi Hendrix is widely regarded as one of the greatest and most influential guitarists of all time. Known for his revolutionary approach to the electric guitar, Hendrix's music transcended genres and pushed the boundaries of rock and roll. However, his personal life was troubled by heavy drug use, mental health struggles, and relationships that often seemed to exacerbate his issues. Hendrix died on September 18, 1970, from asphyxiation after choking on his own vomit, a result of an overdose of barbiturates. Hendrix's death was ruled accidental, but like the other members of the 27 Club, his passing raised questions about whether the pressures of fame, drugs, and mental health struggles contributed to his untimely demise. Janis Joplin, 1943 to 1970. Janis Joplin was one of the most iconic figures of the 1960s counterculture. Known for her powerful, soul-stirring voice, Joplin was a trailblazer for women in rock music. Her music resonated with a generation, and her unconventional persona made her a symbol of rebellion and independence. However, Janis Joplin's life was marred by substance abuse and emotional turmoil. She died of a heroin overdose on October 4, 1970, just weeks after Hendrix's passing. Like Hendrix, Joplin's death was ruled an accidental overdose. Joplin's legacy as one of rock's greatest vocalists remains intact, but her premature death at 27 added her to the growing list of musicians lost at that tragic age. Jim Morrison, 1943 to 1971. Jim Morrison, the lead singer and lyricist for The Doors, was known for his charismatic stage presence, his poetic lyrics, and his deeply philosophical approach to rock music. Morrison's music delved into dark and introspective themes, and he became a symbol of the rebellious spirit of the 1960s. Morrison's death in Paris on July 3, 1971, at the age of 27, was officially attributed to heart failure, though no autopsy was performed, and the exact cause of death remains uncertain. Many fans and conspiracy theorists believe that Morrison's death may have been the result of drug use, while others speculate that he faked his death to escape the pressures of fame. Regardless of the cause, Morrison's passing solidified the idea of the 27 Club. Kurt Cobain, 1967 to 1994. Kurt Cobain, the frontman of Nirvana, was the face of the grunge movement in the early 1990s. His band's music, especially the album Nevermind, became a cultural phenomenon, and Cobain's raw, emotional lyrics resonated with generation disillusioned by the excess of the 1980s. However, Cobain's life was plagued by drug addiction, depression, and struggles with the pressures of fame. On April 5, 1994, Cobain was found dead from a gunshot wound to the head. His death was ruled a suicide, though some conspiracy theorists believe it may have been a murder orchestrated by his wife, Courtney Love. Nevertheless, Cobain's death at 27 contributed to the mystique of the 27 Club, and his legacy as a voice for Generation X remains strong. Amy Winehouse, 1983 to 2011. Amy Winehouse, a British singer-songwriter, was known for her powerful voice and unique blend of jazz, soul, and R&B. Her music was critically acclaimed, but her personal life was often overshadowed by her struggles with substance abuse, eating disorders, and tumultuous relationships. On July 23, 2011, Winehouse was found dead from alcohol poisoning at the age of 27. Her death was a tragic culmination of years of self-destructive behavior, and it resonated deeply with fans and critics alike. Winehouse's passing seemed to confirm the eerie pattern of the 27 Club, adding her name to a growing list of musicians who died too young. Theories and speculations surrounding the 27 Club deaths of these talented artists at the age of 27 have sparked a number of theories and speculations. Some argue that the 27 Club is simply a coincidence, a statistical anomaly where a certain age happens to correlate with the early deaths of famous musicians. Others suggest that there is something more profound at play. The pressure of fame. One common theory is that the intense pressure of fame, particularly at such a young age, plays a significant role in the untimely deaths of these celebrities. The bright lights of stardom often come with great personal cost, including emotional instability, overwhelming expectations, and a sense of isolation. Many of the musicians who have died at 27 were thrust into the limelight at an early age, which may have contributed to their mental health struggles and substance abuse issues. The combination of these pressures may have played a role in their eventual demise. Substance abuse. Another prevalent theory is that many members of the 27 Club were heavily involved in substance abuse, particularly alcohol and drugs. The music industry, especially during the 1960s and 1970s, was notorious for its culture of excess, with many musicians turning to drugs and alcohol as a coping mechanism for the pressures of fame. Over time, this addiction could have led to accidental overdoses or other health complications, contributing to the tragic early deaths of these stars. The curse of the 27 Club. The idea of a curse surrounding the 27 Club has also gained traction. Some believe that there is something supernatural or fated about the age 27 that causes creative geniuses to die at this specific age. This theory has been fueled by the sheer number of influential musicians and artists who have died at 27, as well as the mythos surrounding the idea of the curse. While there is no concrete evidence to support this theory, it continues to be a subject of fascination for fans and conspiracy theorists alike. The cultural legacy of the 27 Club has become a central part of popular culture, symbolizing the tragic intersection of brilliance and early death. The concept of the 27 Club is often romanticized, with fans and the media viewing these musicians as martyrs for their art, their lives consumed by the very passion that fueled their creativity. This idea has led to a certain mythologization of the members of the 27 Club, where their music and contributions are viewed through the lens of their untimely deaths. In some cases, the deaths of these celebrities have led to renewed interest in their music, with albums and songs achieving even greater recognition posthumously. For example, Kurt Cobain's Nirvana album saw a surge in sales following his death, and Amy Winehouse's Back to Black album continues to be a defining work of her legacy. The 27 Club has also inspired a wide range of artistic expressions, from documentaries and books to music and art. The fascination with the club continues to persist, with new generations of fans discovering the music of the past and becoming captivated by the tragic yet compelling narratives of these artists' lives. Conclusion: The 27 Club is an enduring and mysterious phenomenon that continues to capture the imagination of people around the world. The untimely deaths of these brilliant musicians and artists, many of whom were at the peak of their careers, have left an indelible mark on the music industry and popular culture. Whether viewed as a coincidence, a result of the pressures of fame, or something more supernatural, the 27 Club will likely remain a haunting and captivating part of music history for years to come.